Hello friends, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the series which we have started for IBPS AFO mains exam, that is agriculture. So this is an MCQ series and today we are going to do lecture number 35 and the topic for today's lecture is pests of field crop and this is a part of entomology. So friends, I have one more announcement. We at EduTap, we have launched courses for IBPS A4 2020-21 and as I have promised, we have launched the courses for IBPS A4 mains 2020-21 and you can find the links to the demo courses as well as payment links in the description box below. So you can go through that and avail the offer. So friends, here comes the first question which says which of the following is the most destructive pests of cotton? See, there are many pests of cotton of which pink bollworm is the most destructive that causes, vast destruction and huge losses to the. So friends, the scientific name of pink bollworm is Pectinophora gossypiella. It belongs to the order Lepidoptera and the caterpillars are pink in color, hence the name pink bollworm, and they feed on majorly flower buds, flowers and bolls, hence it's a bollworm. And what are the symptoms? See, it feeds on flowers, so the flowers get wrinkled and it forms a rosette shaped flower, and excessive shedding of fruit bodies can also be observed. One of the main characteristic is that once they enter into the ball making a hole, they close that hole, so it becomes difficult for the farmer also to differentiate between a infested boll and a healthy boll, so that you can remove that and reduce infestation. So this is one of the important characteristic. And then management, growing of bt varieties, that is bacillus thuringiensis cotton varieties which have the ability to resist this, and then destruction of cotton sprouts, which is the alternative host plant for these, and then burning of the plant debris, so that whatever, if there are egg, larvae, pupae, anything, they can be killed. Next, deep ploughing, so that the soil can be exposed to severe hot sun, and that also will kill the the pupae and the eggs. And larval parasitoid Chilonus pectinophore can also be used, which is again natural way of controlling these pink bollworms. Otherwise, chemicals monocrotophos can also be used to control these pests. So friends, this is a pink bollworm. As you can see, it's pinkish in color and they feed on the entire flower and fruiting, that pollen in the everything, whatever that is there in the flower and the bowl, inside bowl, whatever that is there, they feed on them, and even the lint, if anything is formed, that will get discolored. So the market value would be very less for that and even nil. So this is the larva and this is the adult which lays the eggs on these plants. So friends, next comes is sugarcane leaf hopper is. Which of the following is a sugarcane leaf hopper? And the correct answer is Pyrilla perpusilla. This is the sugarcane leaf hopper and it belongs to the order Hemiptera. And see, high nitrogen application favors the multiplication of this hopper, so hence it is also sometimes referred to as rich man's pest. And because of these yellowing of leaves, cover the leaves would be covered with sooty mold, top leaves they get dried up, and lateral buds germinate. All these are the various symptoms or characteristics of leaf hopper in sugarcane. And these have a jet like posture, and they are very agile and jump around in large numbers, making a loud noise. When someone walks through that heavily infested field, they can hear that noise. And what are the other symptoms? Loss of cell sap and leaves. Because of that, the leaves turn pale yellow and sometimes shrivel also. It secretes thick transparent liquid known as honeydew, or on which black mold develops. That's the reason the black sooty mold can be seen on these leaves infested with these insects. And leaves acquire silky black appearance, and the attacked crop can be can be seen from a distance. All these symptoms, that black sooty mold and then yellowing of leaves, wrinkling of the leaves, all this can be observed from even. So friends, management can be done with the help of spraying 50 EC at the rate of 1 liter per hectare, and otherwise naturally also these can be controlled by using egg parasitoid Epiricania melanoleuca, wherein these feed on the eggs of these hoppers. And as you can see, this is the hopper, sugarcane hopper. This is side view and this is the front view. So friends, here comes the next question. Which of the following pest is responsible for dead heart in sorghum? See, dead heart is a typical symptom occurring in sorghum where sorghum shoot fly attack is there. And here Athyrogona soccata is the scientific name of sorghum shoot fly, which belongs to order Diptera, and attack on the crop can be seen after 6 weeks of planting. The maggots, which are like larvae of these shoot fly, they feed on the main shoot and the growing point is destroyed, which can be easily plucked out, and that generally is a dead heart. As you can see, the young plants show typical dead heart symptoms, and cloudy weather is highly suitable for multiplication of these insects, and infestation is high in irrigated areas because of that moisture level that is required for these for the multiplication of these shoot flies. And what management practices can be taken up? Early sowing just after the onset of monsoon, using of higher seed rate, using of fish meal trap. Fish meal can be used as trap and then that can be removed. Remove infested plants. Application of 4-8 granules 10g, that is concentration, at the rate 2.5 kg AI per hectare at the time of sowing especially, or foliar application of cartap a week after emergence of crop can also be done in order to control this sorghum shoot fly. So friends, here comes the next question. Which of the following is a polyphagus pest of gram? Polyphagus means it feeds on anything, all the parts of that gram. Leaves, shoot, the seeds, everything. And here the correct answer is gram pod borer is that polyphagus pest of gram that can feed on any of these stages. As you can see here, the caterpillar feed foliage when young and on seeds in the later stages. Gram pod borer scientific name is Helicoverpa armigera and it belongs to the order Lepidoptera. One of the devastating pest on grams, and larvae they pupate in the soil. Hence the one of the management practice is ploughing and exposing the soil to sun so that these pupae can be killed. And what are the other management practices? Timely sowing up to mid October. Timely sowing, late sowing, again it would be reason for this attack. Growing early maturing varieties, mixed or intercropping with wheat or barley or mustard, or usage of egg parasitoid Trichogramma chylonis which feed on this. This is a parasite on the eggs of this Helicoverpa armigera. Application of NPV at 250 to 500 LE per hectare. Use of pheromone traps and light traps, thereby attracting the these adults to those in those traps and thereby killing them. Application of methyl parathion 50 EC at 0.7 to 0.8 lakh per hectare is another chemical control. So these are the various management practices that can be followed for the control of Helicoverpa armigera. So friends, this is the gram pod borer Helicoverpa armigera. This is a life cycle: egg, larva, pupa, and then adult. Adult again, latex. This is the adult. So friends, here comes the last question of our lecture. The main host plant of fall armyworm. Fall armyworm, again Spodoptera species, and here the main host of fall armyworm is maize, and it can attack a range of crops. And here the scientific name of fall armyworm is Spodoptera frugiperda and it belongs to the order Lepidoptera. And see, based on the type of season, based on the season, the life cycle of these fall armyworms can be completed within 30 days in summer, within 60 days in spring and autumn seasons, and during winter they take 80 to 90 days to complete their life cycle, and they again pupate in soil. So whenever the larva pupates in soil, obviously one of the best management practices is to deep ploughing and then exposing the that soil to sun so that these pupae will be killed. And the typical characteristic of fall armyworm is it has 4 characteristic spots on last but one segment of its body which forms a square, and then along with that the head has an inverted Y mark. And symptoms include elongated papery windows on the on the leaves which they feed on, and ragged edged holes, extensive leaf damage, damage to tassel, corn, ear, and they even their damage is so severe that sometimes the entire crop gets perished. And best management practice using of biological control like parasitoids are Archaeatus, Marmoratus, Cotetia, Marginiventris, and Colinus texanus. These are the various parasitoids that they are parasites for this Spodoptera frugiperda. See friends, before taking you through this cultural control, mechanical control, chemical control, so whenever there is management of any pest or disease, so it can be done in various ways like cultural methods, wherein like late sowing, early sowing, all these they come under this only, like even fertilizer type, the type of fertilizer application that is required. So all these come under the cultural control methods. Mechanical control, by physical collection and destruction of egg masses or application of something that is not chemical, or something like here in this case application of sawdust or sand, so that the aberration and desiccation of the larvae, young larvae, can happen and then they die eventually. Next is chemical control, where chemicals can be used, like here spray of chlorantraniliprole at 18.5 SC. These are the various formulations like granular, emulsifying, so the EC, SC, these are all the various type of formulations of the insecticides that can be taken up. Or last is biological control, which is one of the best, effective, least harmful to the nature. So here cultural control, unbalanced fertilizer application, especially high nitrogen application, will increase the oviposition of the insect, so that needs to be taken care of. So proper nitrogenous application should be taken, nitrogen fertilizer application, and then keeping the field clean and managing the crop residue will also improve the decrease the infestation in these crops. Mechanical control we have already taken up, collection and destruction of egg masses and young larvae, and or application of sawdust or sand. Chemical, that also we have done. Biological, that also we have done. So whenever there is any insect pest that is attacking, so these are the major control measures that needs to be taken up. So friends, this is the adult of that Spodoptera, and this is the larva, and as you can see this Y-shaped, inverted Y-shaped peculiar mark on its head. So friends, here comes the answer of the day, the most awaited section of the lecture. And in the last lecture I had asked you a question in that preservatives class. What is the most common processes of preservation of fruits and vegetables with sulfites and metabisulfites? And there are two major processes with which preservation of fruits and vegetables can be done with the help of these sulfites and metabisulfites. They are sulfuring and sulfiting. Sulfuring, it is most commonly done in fruits but very rarely done in vegetables, whereas sulfiting, this is the most common process of preservation in vegetables. Sulfuring, it is done majorly using rock sulfur. Rock sulfur is burnt inside a closed chamber, especially made of wood, because it is corrogative in nature. Metal can't be used. So in that chamber, the fruit pieces, slices, or the whole fruits, they are kept and they are exposed to the sulfur fumes for about 1 to 3 hours in airtight rooms, and this will help in for preservation, thereby avoiding discoloration and also any infection. Next is sulfiting. Here this is used when the fruits or the slices of fruits, they are to be blanched, not blanched, it is there to be soaked in this sulfite or metabisulfite solution, and then this way they can be preserved, wherein discoloration can be avoided in them. So sulfuring and sulfiting, these are the two major processes of preservation of fruits and vegetables with the help of either rock sulfur and sulfites or metabisulfites. And in sulfiting, sulfite or metabisulfite solution is used at particular concentration. This we have already done in detail in our post-harvest technology. So friends, here comes the question of the day. So before entering into the question, see, I would like to throw some light on these type of pests. See, there are various pests that occur in fields, but other than that, when the final product is stored, some of the pests, they attack them also. See, there are majorly three types of pests. One is crop pest, other is storage pest, and there are few type of pests that can occur in both crop as well as storage. So here I want the list of few pests that occur both in field as well as storage from you guys. So thank you very much friends for watching this video, and if you have any queries, please write to us at hello@edutap.co.in, and if you have any queries you can even reach us at the number given here. Thank you very much.